Let's roll it.
Good morning, y'all. This is Copa Bowman from Mile 16. I'm from Eugene, Oregon. And I just had a question for you. Do you think Justin Herbert's going to make Offensive Rookie of the Year this year?
Well, for me personally, when I think about the Offensive Rookie of the Year, it comes down to two people more so than anybody else. You got Justin Herbert, but I can't rule out Joe Burrow. They're both completing about 67% of their passes. Both of them have thrown 5 interceptions on the season. Justin Herbert's at 17 touchdowns, though Joe Burrow's at 11. I'm a lean towards Herbert from the standpoint that of the 7 games that he's played, he's thrown for over 300 yards on 4 occasions. I'm looking at Burrow. Zach Taylor's doing a good job with the Cincinnati Bengals, surprisingly so. Cincinnati has been in every single game this year with a 2-5-1 record, with the exception of the loss to Baltimore. Outside of that, they've been very competitive in every single game, and I got to give props to where it's due. It's not a foregone conclusion. I think right now it could ultimately be a toss-up between Joe Burrow and Justin Herbert. But right now, Herbert deserves a slight edge with what he's doing because he's not the reason the Los Angeles Chargers are 2-6. And, Max, I'm getting very scared for Coach Anthony Lynn. You can't keep giving up double-digit leads, and you're going to keep your job. They're 2-6, but it ain't because of their rookie quarterback. It's because they can't stop people when it counts.
Yeah, the couple of the great sports debates nowadays is who's more jinxed, who's better at snatching defeat from the jaws of victory. Is it the Chargers or the Falcons, right? And this is recent years, not just this year. Another one's going to be Herbert or Burrow or Tua. And I think that this year, let's put it this way. Going forward, I don't know the answer to that question. It may be that Burrow will be the best, or maybe Tua, or maybe Herbert. This year, I'm confident in saying Herbert's the best. I think based on what we've seen this year, he absolutely should be Offensive Rookie of the Year. I think he's having the best rookie campaign, considering the position he plays, of any position. That's a really difficult position to show up, get the ball as a rookie, and play as well as he has. I say Herbert.
All right, we'll leave it there. We got another question from the Reens. Let's hear it.
Good morning, First Take. My name is Gunnery Sergeant Sheila Brooks, and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and I'm a die-hard Eagles fan. Stephen A., I have a question for you. Considering how bad the NFC East is this year, arguably the worst division in NFL history, what do you think is the lowest amount of wins that could take the division this year?
5. I think somebody in the NFC East can go 5-11 and win the division. That's how pathetic I believe they are. And I don't even know if my number is right because, damn it, I mean, you can end up with 6 wins in the division alone, and that's the only place you win. I don't know, but they're so horrible. They're so pathetic. They're so embarrassing. I'm going to go with the number 5, a division crown with a 5-11 record plus a home playoff game to boot.
Yeah, I don't look. I'm rooting for 5. You took my number, Stephen A. I am rooting for 5 because why not? Like when you see a division this bad, what do you want to see, a team with 6 or 7 wins? What fun is that? You want to see the lowest possible total. So I'm also going to say 5. It may be wishful thinking, but Stephen A., I believe one of these awful teams can get there. Home playoff game with 5 wins on the season. I'm rooting for it.
Our Giants did get a win, Max, but unfortunately it didn't make the show because they're not relevant. All right, we continue on here. We got another question for you.
Stephen A., listen up, because I got a question for you. My name's Sergeant Major Barry Bull from Paso Robles, California. And my question is, which team in the AFC has been the biggest standout this season? And why is it the Las Vegas Raiders?
First of all, thank God I'm not in the Marines. I'm glad he's not my drill sergeant. I mean, I'd be in a world of trouble. That's number 1. Number 2, he has a point. The Las Vegas Raiders, that might be the team, the biggest AFC standout right now because we expected what we expected from Kansas City. Even though the Steelers are undefeated, I could make an argument for the Steelers, obviously, because they're undefeated. But we didn't expect much from the Raiders at all. Last year, it was just simply about the Steelers not having Big Ben Roethlisberger. We did not expect these Raiders.
45th birthday.
It is said that all Marines enjoy two birthdays, their own and the one that made it possible for them to become United States Marines. It's an important day of this year for the Corps and for our nation because it celebrates all Marines, past and present, who selflessly defend our country.
November 10, 1775, the Corps of Marines was created by a resolution of the Continental Congress.
The birthday cake cutting ceremony is a tradition among Marines around the world, a moment to reflect, to honor, to remember. By custom, the cake is cut with the iconic Mameluke sword, and the first piece presented to the guest of honor. The second piece is presented to the oldest Marine present, who in turn passes a third piece to the youngest Marine present, symbolizing Marines passing the fight to a new generation. Legacy, tradition, sacrifice. Happy 245th birthday to the Marine. There he is! You didn't make a liar out of me. Manny, how cute, the toughest bulldog in town, the mascot of the Marines. What a cutie. First Take salutes our true heroes. Thank you for your service and sacrifice. The NBA season starts December 22nd, and Kevin Durant is expected to play this season. Recently, John Wall played pickup with Durant and said this on Gilbert Arenas' No Chill Kill podcast last week. And here's what he had to say. KD started the game 5 for 5. Out of those 5 shots, what were they? Left hesitation. He just lulls them to sleep. Arenas, who was also there, chimed in. Just left hesitation, pull up. Boom, 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 boom. And then once he was done with that, he goes back to his regular stuff. Stephen A., how much pressure is on KD to reach the finals this season?
Well, I think there's pressure on him to reach the finals because I think that KD is one of the great players in the game. As far as I'm concerned, when healthy, I think he's the best. The bottom line is that this dude is a superstar extraordinaire. He's just an assassin. You're 6'11" with a 7'6" wingspan and can pull up from 30 at will with a handle. He's just an offensive juggernaut, the likes of which we may have never seen when you consider the arsenal, the perimeter arsenal that he has available to him at that size, at that height. There's just nothing to sneeze at. And I look at the Brooklyn Nets, and this is the big reason why I'm so high on them. Without KD, without Kyrie Irving, you got the Karis LeVerts of the world, the Spencer Dinwiddies of the world, the Joe Harrises of the world, the Taurean Princes of the world, and others. This is a decent team that can make the playoffs. They obviously got swept by the Toronto Raptors in the first round, but we know what kind of talent that they have around KD and Kyrie. So if they are healthy, I see no excuse whatsoever why KD can't be in the finals next year representing the Brooklyn Nets, because I think they're that lethal. And Max, before I hand it off to you, Max, I was just looking at these numbers, and I just want to throw up y'all do me a favor, please put me on the split screen, because I love to see Max's face when I do some of these numbers, because Max will just go, is this a nice imitation, Molly?
What, this?
Oh, Lord. Watch. Now, Max, these are the playoffs.
Yeah.
The playoffs, Max, the playoffs. This is the playoffs in KD's career since his second playoff appearance. Max, 28.6, 28.5, 30.8, 29.6, 28.4, 28.5, 29, and 32.3. I mean, damn. On an average of 47.5% shooting. Better than 35% shoot from three-point range. I don't give a damn about no Achilles. If this brother's at 80%, because he's 6'11 with the 7'6 wingspan, he's not going to have a problem getting that shot off. And as a result, I don't expect much of a drop-off. He's averaged 27 for his career. I expect that to continue. And if this brother is remotely